Would you like to convert copper into gold? Would you like to use inexpensive copper rounds, individually numbered with numismatic potential? Would you like to earn money doing so? Well, you may be able to hit all three birds with one stone. Visit yougetgold.com with the letter U. I was saying with Garrett from Concord, and yeah, you had told me that you had some interesting experiences today related to the idea of a sort of a free town. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I just came back from a panel and the Saba Cooperative.
What led me to the Liberty movement was ultimately this realization of how destructive the systematic use of aggressive practices is on the human consciousness.
Is a group that is formed here in New Hampshire, and they're looking to, in the near future, purchase land and begin an intentional community, which I think is a sort of a free town project if you think of it as building a town from the ground up. I know there have also been projects in the past in New Hampshire, I believe in Grafton, to actually form a free town out of a town that's already has some sort of political structure. I think there's benefits to both forms of activism. I like the idea of localizing one's impacts into a smaller and smaller area, because as you localize, the impact becomes greater.
What do you think is better? Is it better to form a town from scratch, in an unincorporated, sort of quasi-unincorporated area, or to do Grafton, or to, that kind of thing?
Well, I think the main benefit of building something from scratch completely is that for all the actors involved, all the participants, it's like they're gaining a full understanding of what their political structure is going to be, of what their communal structure is going to be, and they become more of the masters of their own destiny than if you try to work to change something that is already existing. So also with starting from the ground up, they're going to be determining what their food production system is going to be, what their communications mechanisms can be, all of those things. Now that we have more technology, all the technologies in growing food gets better, communications technology gets better, the options are only increasing, so it's just a matter of time to see what is tried out and where.
Do you have any opinions about the idea of concentrating people in a single town, like to create a free town in New Hampshire? What are your thoughts on that kind of idea?
I think it's better if you got somebody good in every town. At least, or where you live where you want to. But I've noticed this year that having at least one good person on every committee, even the trivial committees that don't have any bills, it makes a difference. Because if somebody comes up and says from the committee, this is a bad bill, it's easier to fight, it's easier to organize, and they flag them because there's just so many.
Well, there have been some benefits in Manchester of Free Staters concentrating in certain areas. For instance, both Ward 5 and Ward 11 showed that the Free Stater concentration really meant something, because Ron Paul won those two wards. And there's no question that there's some degree of effectiveness that they're having there. It does make it a lot easier if you've got, a significant number of activists in an area.
It makes me think, being a New Hampshire native, I've seen a lot of towns play with these ideas. Killington, first of all, they were New Hampshire a long time ago and decided to be part of Vermont, or I'm not sure how that happened, but now they want to be part of New Hampshire again, because I guess they don't get all they should get for their money as a town. And then there's Governor's Island also, trying a little secession movement. That's in Gilford. They are really high tax contributors, and they don't get what they believe they should for their money. So I'm imagining an island town there to start with, and it rippling out from there.
Well, Free Town Project to me means there's a lot of support for local, sustainable development, and people feel more secure in the sense that they can go to whoever it is that's producing the goods and services and see what the quality is themselves. And people from outside the area are invited to join with them if they want in some trade relationships using a currency of their choice, which may be in kind.
And how would you define a free town in your mind? What would constitute a free town?
A town in which there is accountability, transparency, and a cooperation between citizens groups and those people who are in positions of responsibility. There's been various experiments at alternative communities to try to do this, and I think there needs to be a happy blending of various skills as well and resources of the area to be able to do that. But we have a possibility of doing that even in New Hampshire through various means: hydroponic, aquaponics. There's new technologies that can create a lot of amount of growing food within a building that has a rotating system of hydroponics to share the light. All kinds of things that, as we share them amongst us, more possibilities will come into fruition.
We'll see what happens.
Yes. Good talking
All right.
to you,
Thanks, Kevin. YouGetGold.com with the letter U.